Sophia was told to wait for the police to take her away. She still had no idea what it was really about. She felt mistreated. When the police arrived, they had no remorse, and Sophia asked them why she was being taken. They told her to wait until they reached the police station. She was taken to an interrogation room where a small TV with a video recorder was installed. The cops said she was caught red-handed. Sophia had no idea what was going on. She demanded to speak with her lawyer, but the officers told Sophia to watch the video first because no lawyer could help her. Sophia was speechless. The police showed her the footage of the theft. Sophia didn't recognize the woman in the video breaking in. She recognized the house. This was the home of one of her richest clients, but she would never steal anything. The police then confronted her with more evidence. Her fingerprints were found. Sophia was stunned. "I'm being accused?" she screamed. But how did her fingerprints get there? And who is the person supposedly framing her? Sophia explained to the officers that she has been working at the cleaning company for several years. Last month, she was suddenly transferred to a new client. She found this odd as she didn't take on new customers recently. Since then, she hasn't given it much thought. Perhaps she should have asked more questions. The new client was a wealthy banker. She immediately felt at home and was accepted by the family. Sophia especially had a good connection with Anne, his wife. Sophia was engaged twice a week. She even got the family key as they trusted her so much. Sophia was instructed to clean the ground floor only. She found this odd. Anne would clean the other parts of the house. One day, Sophia went upstairs to ask Anne something. She heard some noises coming from what appeared to be the office. Sophia knocked and heard a sigh. Anne opened the door, trying to block Sophia's view. She looked shocked. Sophia didn't know what was going on. Anne told Sophia to stay downstairs at all times. She was not allowed on this floor. She must stay away from the office especially. Sophia was totally dazzled and quickly closed the door before Sophia saw anything. Sophia caught a glimpse of the office. A painting has been moved. Behind the painting was something that looked like a safe. Sophia realized that there was probably something really valuable locked in that room. Since that day, Anne has acted more and more suspicious towards Sophia, as if she doesn't trust her. Sophia felt like she was being watched the whole time. She got really restless. She had heard from the cleaning company that this customer has already fired 5 cleaners. When she asked Anne about it, her behavior changed. Sophia was told not to move too much. She should just do her job and be quiet. Sophia was shocked by the sudden change. Since that day, she has not felt welcome at all. She kept wondering why the previous cleaners were fired. Does this have something to do with that weird room? Sophia decided to go to the boss to confront her with the information. He told her that they had fired cleaners because they didn't do their job properly. But Sophia knew some of the cleaners personally. They were some of the best. She had to get answers. A week before the theft, Sophia went to one of the fired cleaners to ask about the strange customers. She hadn't announced that she was coming, so when Sophia rang the doorbell, her colleague opened the door, confused. When Sophia told him what it was, he immediately let Sophia in. The man named Peter warned Sophia about this client. He had experienced strange things while cleaning the house. He especially didn't trust Anne. He had never seen her husband before, but he knew he had something to hide. He found out that he is a rich underworld banker. Sophia was shocked. She had just realized the intensity of the situation. She didn't want to be affiliated with these people. Peter told Sophia to be really careful. Peter once went upstairs, as Sophia did, and entered the office when Anne was there. A day later, he was fired. They definitely had something to hide. Sophia decided to take this information to her boss, but he immediately dismissed it. She was hired to clean, so she was supposed to just clean and not snoop around the house. If customers don't want her to go upstairs, she shouldn't. Sophia needed the money, so she decided to continue. When it was time to clean up again, she entered the house. Anne suddenly looked very happy to see her. Sophia was wary of the change in behavior. Why did she behave like that all of a sudden? Sophia decided to just do her job as her boss told her. Then Anne asked Sophia something strange, asked her to clean the upstairs bedrooms as she would be out of the country for some time. Sophia was totally baffled. There had to be something Anne wasn't telling Sophia. Anne told her that she would receive double if she did as she asked. Sophia ended up nodding after nodding. Anne quickly grabbed 2 large suitcases and was picked up by a suspicious-looking black car. Sophia couldn't see who was driving, but this definitely wasn't a taxi. It seemed to Sophia that Anne was in a hurry, as if she were running away from something. Sophia decided to get down to business. She cleaned all the rooms, but was hesitant to go to the office. All went well until she tried to open the office. The door was half stuck, so with some force, she opened the door. Sophia's mouth dropped open as she realized what she saw. The painting was taken down from the wall, and an impressive-looking vault was looking right at it. Sophia had a strange feeling cleaning the room. She was so uncomfortable that she hurriedly cleaned everything up and quickly left the room. She was ready for that day, but what happened the next day was shocking. The next day, early in the morning, Sophia received a call from her boss. She had to get to the main office as soon as possible to explain herself. She was confused. She had no idea what this could be. She jumped in her car to get answers. Upon entering the boss's office, Sophia immediately sensed that something really serious was going on. He told Sophia to sit down. He thanked her for her many years of great work for the company. However, he ended up with what Sophia feared. She was fired. Her boss wouldn't go into specifics, but he did tell Sophia that he had just called the police and that they would handle the rest of the situation. Sophia was visibly shaken by this situation. Then her boss told her that she shouldn't have stolen from a customer. Sophia's heart dropped. Sophia was accused of theft. The cops entered the office to take her to the police station, but she knew she was innocent. "Someone has wrongly accused me, of course." She immediately told this to the officers, who told her they had all the proof they needed. That's how Sophia ended up in the interrogation room, where the cops listened carefully to the whole story of how she got here. They didn't believe her and showed her the video as well as the fingerprints they found. Sophia knew for sure that she was framed. She told them that they should talk to Anne. She would believe in her innocence. She had worked for Anne for a long time. Although she was the cleaning lady, they had a good connection until yesterday. Then they dropped a bomb on Sophia. There was no Anne. "What do you mean by that?" Sophia stuttered. Officials told Sophie that the man she worked for never had a wife. No one knew about Anne. They thought that Sophia invented this woman to cover up her actions. But Sophia wanted to get to the bottom of it. The cops thought Sophia was going crazy. She must have made this woman up. The police captain overheard the whole conversation and decided to let Sophia describe Anne to a specialist to make a picture of her so they could help her calm down. Sophia agreed. She told in detail how the woman looked to the composite artist. After about an hour, they were ready to show the drawing to the police captain. The officers who were questioning Sophia were not convinced, but were instructed to cooperate. They made sure the drawing was scanned so they could match it to possible known people in the police database. This process can take a while. Then the questioning started again while this was running in the background. Sophia was shocked by the evidence they presented next. There was another piece of evidence. Sophia's fingerprints were found all over the house. Sophia thought this wasn't out of the ordinary. After all, she was cleaning there, so she was really at home a lot. But there was something else. Her fingerprints were found all over the safe. Sophia immediately got defensive and said that she never touched the safe. No cameras were pointing at the vault or anywhere in that particular room, so she couldn't prove her innocence. Sophia knew someone was going to great lengths to cover their own tracks and make Sophia pay for it. It had to be done on purpose. Sophia was getting more restless. She was facing prison for a crime she didn't commit. Then she heard a sigh. Identity verification was ready. The police captain was speechless. He didn't tell anyone what was going on. He told the cops to follow him and put Sophia in a cell. Sophia did not resist, otherwise she would be accused of obstruction of justice. She started to cry. All those years of hard work, and now she's being held in a cell for a crime she knew she didn't commit. But what was up with the police captain's strange behavior? He went pale when he saw the results, but he didn't say anything to Sophia. He found Anne. Sophia grew more and more restless. She was being treated in the best way possible for a woman in her situation. And when she asked the guard what was going on, he told her to be quiet. It would all be over very soon. Sophia was allowed to call someone, so she decided to call her mother. What she heard next was crazy. Apparently, someone had stolen confidential documents from a wealthy banker. It was all over the news. Sophia knew she would be in trouble if the real person wasn't caught. After about 5 hours, she heard a lot of noise. It was the police captain. He came to get her from the cell. He said she was being taken back to the interrogation room. Sophia wasn't sure what was going on. The captain looked serious. It felt like time was winding down for her as she was being transferred to the interrogation room. Every officer was looking at her. Some even pointed the finger at her, but Sophia heard nothing. It was a totally out-of-body experience. She walked into the interrogation room and had the shock of her life. Anne was there in front of her. Sophia had no idea what was going on here. She was sitting across from Anne, and she didn't want to look Sophia in the eye. Sophia immediately screamed that this was the woman who framed her. The captain calmed down. Anne didn't say a word. She refused to speak. Sophia was going through a roller coaster of emotions. The police captain finally started to explain the situation to Sophia because he saw how visibly shaken she was. When he got the match on the identification database, he immediately recognized the person. This Anne is a well-known con artist. She apparently seduced the wealthy banker with the intention of robbing him. But why frame Sophia? Whenever Sophia came to clean, Anne was upstairs trying to get into the vault, but it was harder than she thought. Eventually, she managed to open it and steal everything inside. That was the day before she left. Anne carefully placed all the evidence to frame Sophia for this robbery. She thought this was a solid plan, however, she didn't realize that the police were already actively looking for her. When the computer found a match, they instantly activated Interpol Red Code. Anne was evidently caught trying to flee the country with the documents. She was planning to sell them to the highest bidder. Fortunately for Sophia, they managed to catch her in time. She eventually admitted to all the crimes, including trying to frame Sophia. This solved one of the biggest con cases in the country, and Sophia almost fell victim to this cunning woman. She framed many other people as well. These people were all released. Sophia was glad to get out of that situation free.